when you're building your website, it's a good practice to have lots of internal links. Now, the undisputed king at internal linking is Wikipedia. Wikipedia is massively popular. They have tons and tons of traffic because they have really great content. But something they do really well is have internal links throughout that links to other pages on their site. So you can see all kinds of links throughout the content to other pages. The reason this is good, well, there's a few reasons, but it's easy to get lost into Wikipedia. I don't know if you've ever done it, but I certainly have. I've done a search and came up on Wikipedia and been reading through, and before I known it, I've went to 2, 3, 4, 5 different pages, just clicking around to random links as I'm reading the content. This is what you want to have happen. It's what Google likes seeing in websites. They like seeing when visitors are really exploring deep into sites and clicking several pages before leaving. So internal links are a great way to do that. The other SEO benefit, which I believe I've mentioned before, but just in case I haven't, about anchor text, is it helps you rank for search terms. So take this for example, link spamming. If I click this, it takes me to spamdexing, which is a synonym for it. Let's do another example. So Google Caffeine, for example. That was an algorithm update a while back. So they have a section. Okay, that's another bad example. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, Sergey Brin. This one's going to work. So the anchor text Sergey Brin has a link, and it goes to a page about Sergey Brin, one of the co-founders of Google. So that is a way that Google figures out that this page is about Sergey Brin. Yes, they see there's a headline and it's got his name and it's in the title tag, etc., etc. But by having Sergey Brin and text links, that's another indicator that this page is about Sergey Brin. So this helps a lot with external websites. So if lots and lots of people are linking to this page and use the anchor text Sergey Brin, then that's more and more confirmation that Google understands that this page is about that. So I gave the example earlier about Adobe Reader and clicking click here and how they come up number 1 for click here. Even though it's nowhere on the page, it's because of that anchor text. So it just goes to show the power of internal linking. So whenever you're building out content, really go write the content beginning to end. Maybe not from a creative perspective, it's easy to just dump it out as quickly as you can. But then go back and see if there's opportunities to link to other pages on your website, especially if it goes to money-making parts. So if you mention a product or something in your content, you're definitely going to want to link to those product pages. So one way, a little trick I'll show you that you can use to find other pages where you've used that content. So here's a page that was just created. It's about depression. So it's a nice page. It's got some testimonials, but it's clearly about depression. Now, this website isn't very big, but they have several other pages where they're talking about depression on their pages. So what we can do is kind of a hack in Google. So we do site : and then the domain of the website. So in this case, this domain is clevelandneurofeedback.com. And then we search for depression. So what this gives us is every page on this website, and only this website, that has the phrase depression. So if I actually go to just a few of the pages, I'll just do 3. So we can go and see that they've used depression right here. They've used depression right here. And they've used depression right here. Now, full disclosure, I've already added the links. I've already done this for this client, where before these pages were not linked. It just had depression, just the text, and wasn't a link to the other page. But this page got published, so now the website has a page on depression, and we went and found a few different pages where depression was used on the site, and we added text links to the depression page. So what this does, again, with Google, it helps Google understand that this page is about depression because several other pages on the website use depression and they link to it. Now, if you want to be as search friendly as possible, you might not necessarily want to always link to it with depression. Like here, for example, I probably would have been better off linking it with mild depression. That way it has a chance of ranking for mild depression. Google sees it a little bit suspicious if a page is about depression and it's got 100 links and the only anchor text being used is depression. So you might want to get a little creative on the actual text being used that links to the page you're looking for. So if there's a synonym for depression, sadness maybe, I could try to do, I don't know if this page has anything. Okay, so there's one page right here that uses sad. So that might be a good opportunity where I'm linking to the depression page with sad. So give it a little bit of variety. Kind of like here with the spam dexing. I believe it was something different. It linked to it from some spam related term, but it wasn't exactly spam dexing the phrase, but it was a synonym. That makes it look a little bit more natural when you're doing links like that. But the bottom line is anchor text is really important for search engines and users. It makes it easy for people to get lost in your website, to find information that they're interested in. And it also helps search engines by figuring out what pages are about and what you find important, right? Because if you have a page on depression and you're linking to it from 10, 20 other pages, then you're telling Google that this page is reasonably important compared to if this was a page that was buried deep within the website and was rarely linked to, then that would show that you really don't care that much about the page. So use internal linking as much as you can and link to particularly those most important pages, but it's a good practice to internal link properly to get maximum SEO benefit.